All right, so let's go through our stance. Stance is pretty good, nice and athletic. I probably would like to see just a hair more of your feet kind of turn in a little bit, so your knees are more inside of your knees, right? That's going to give you a little bit more power. We're talking about trying to get some more power behind your swing. But as far as for a stance, it looks pretty good. Your hands are in a good spot. Huge thing is your hands. Okay, watch this. Watch how much your hands drop. Your hands got to stay up in this area. So when you go to load, when you load, your hands should go into this circle. Right? They kind of come down and then come back up. But I would get them in a position to where they're just going to be staying up in that angle, getting up just as they're rolling, right? Yep. The more movement you have, the more chance for errors you have, right? So let's get those hands just nice and quiet as they go. You're just going to kind of be back here and up a little bit, right? All right, so now let's go to land foot. Now notice how we're not, I want you to be more closed when you land. See how we're kind of just nice and subtle? We talked about getting more power through, all right? I want some attitude into that. See how you kind of just lay that foot down really soft? Well, in order to get a hit against a firm front side and have some juice on it, we need to get athletic. So try to do it where this foot kind of lands here and kind of show a teeny bit of heel to the pitcher, and just land athletic. Don't land passive. You know what I mean? Get yourself athletic, because then you can really rotate in. You can see we're just going to be a lot of arms because we can't kind of rotate into it. The other thing I'm seeing too, as you go to swing, is this thing locks out on you. You see that? Because that's really going to make you late. So as you go, your hands go back. I mean, right now, this needs to be kind of just a nice angle of your Yeah, then you start the casting. You're going to be late, you're going to cast. Yes. So the goal is a drill you can do is you can just have it to where it's like a one-handed drill, and you can just have off the tee and just have your hands right here and just go whack. The point is this wants to be there at contact, not when I'm going in a land foot position. You get it when it's land foot. That's going to make us late. That's going to make us long. That's going to make us that type of thing. So we need to make sure that's going to be this angled, right? All right, so now we're going to be here. See that angle, right? And some of this is going to be with the head. So the first thing we do is let's correct the head and let's see what that does. Just pretend like there's a bottle of water on that head, right? And that's going to help that with that angle of just making sure the head turned, boop, right? Because if the head stays tall, what do you think that's going to do with the barrel? It's going to get the barrel more this way compared to right now the barrel is that way. Right? Then I have a chance to work down and through. So let's fix the head. Let's get tall with the head. The only thing that goes is the hands to the ball. And let's get the head nice and tall, and that might fix that some on your lower half. Right? And the reason we can't be really aggressive with this foot is because we're not as athletic with this front side. Right? So let's land aggressive so we can really be aggressive coming into that firm front side. And as I go to swing, we were talking about just a little bit better rotation on the hips. I want to get into more of a firm front side, and I want a better rotation on this back foot to really get some attitude into it. Because when you land kind of passive, so your whole swing becomes passive. Make sense? So let's really get aggressive with that. So let's go through. I think there's one more swing here. Take a peek at. See how we just land passive again? Right? Hands drop. That front side. Right? And let's see if our head stays tall or if it's going to change in our head. Okay? So those are the things